There is a time for everything, a time to rise with the sun and a time to rest as it sets. Life is a series of moments, each with its own purpose and meaning. A time to be silent, a time to speak. Silence can be a source of strength, a moment to reflect and gather thoughts. Speaking, on the other hand, is a way to share those thoughts, to connect with others, and to make a difference. In Swat Valley, my home, I knew both. The valley, with its breathtaking beauty, was a place where silence and speech coexisted harmoniously. The mountains stood tall and silent, while the rivers sang their songs. I knew the quiet joy of learning, of sharing stories with my friends. We would gather under the shade of trees, our books open, our minds eager to absorb knowledge. Those moments were precious, filled with laughter and dreams. We were just girls, eager to explore the world. Our hearts were full of curiosity, and our spirits were unbroken. We played, we learned, and we dreamed of a future where anything was possible. But then, the world around us changed. Dark clouds gathered, and a sense of foreboding filled the air. The laughter that once echoed through the valley was replaced by whispers of fear. The Taliban came, casting a shadow over our lives. Their presence was like a dark storm, threatening to wash away everything we held dear. The freedom we once took for granted was now under siege. They said girls shouldn't go to school. The schoolyards that were once filled with the sounds of learning and play were now silent, the gates locked and the classrooms empty. Their words were like chains trying to hold us back. They wanted to confine us, to limit our potential and silence our voices. But chains can be broken, and voices can rise above the noise. Fear settled in our valley. It was a heavy, suffocating presence that touched every aspect of our lives. But even in the darkest times, there is always a glimmer of hope. But even in fear, hope can grow. Like a small plant pushing through the cracks in concrete, hope finds a way to thrive. It is resilient, persistent, and unyielding. My father, a teacher, believed in the power of education. He knew that knowledge was the key to unlocking our potential and breaking free from the chains of oppression. He taught us under the open sky, where no walls could confine our dreams. He knew that our voices mattered. He encouraged us to speak up, to share our stories, and to stand up for what we believed in. Our voices were our strength, our way of fighting back. He encouraged me to speak, to share my story. And so, I found my voice. I spoke not just for myself, but for all the girls who were silenced. I spoke for our right to learn, to dream, and to live freely. In the face of fear, I chose to speak because there is a time for everything. It wasn't easy. Speaking out was dangerous. But the thought of being silenced filled me with more fear than any threat. I started a blog, writing under a different name. I wanted the world to know what was happening in Swat. Every day, going to school felt like an act of defiance. We held our books tight, our steps a little bolder. We knew we were fighting for something important, something bigger than ourselves. The world outside started to listen. Journalists came to Swat wanting to hear our stories. I spoke about my dream of a world where all girls could go to school without fear. My voice grew stronger. I spoke on television, at rallies, and in interviews. I wanted everyone to understand that education is not a privilege, but a right. Every girl deserves a chance to learn and to dream. The more I spoke, the more I realized the power of my voice. It wasn't just my story anymore. It was the story of countless girls silenced by fear and oppression. With each speech, with each interview, I felt a sense of responsibility grow. I knew I had to keep speaking, even if it meant putting myself at risk. My work didn't go unnoticed. I was nominated for the International Children's Peace Prize. It was an honor, a recognition of our struggle. It gave us hope, a reason to keep fighting. But with recognition came danger. The Taliban saw me as a threat. They didn't want a girl speaking out, challenging their authority. The threats increased, but so did my determination. I knew I couldn't give in to fear. If I stopped speaking, who would speak for the girls of Swat? Who would fight for their right to education? Section 5. A Day of Pride, October 9th, 2012. I remember it like any other school day. The bus ride was filled with laughter and chatter. We were excited about a coming exam, our minds on equations and history dates. But that day, everything changed. The Taliban stopped our bus. They boarded, their faces covered. Fear, sharp and cold, pierced through the laughter. They asked for me, calling out my name. In that moment, I knew why they were there. But even in the face of danger, I felt a strange sense of pride. They knew my name. They had heard my voice. The world went silent. The attack on me, a young girl who just wanted to go to school, shocked everyone. I woke up in a hospital bed, far from home, surrounded by machines and concerned faces. The bullet that hit me had shattered my skull and damaged my ear, but it could not silence me. The attack backfired. It ignited a global movement. People around the world rallied in support, demanding education for all. World leaders condemned the attack. My story resonated with millions. The Taliban had tried to silence me, but they had inadvertently given me a larger platform. The road to recovery was long and difficult. But with each surgery, with each therapy session, I grew stronger. The support from people all over the world gave me hope and fueled my determination. I continued to speak, even louder than before. I addressed the United Nations, met with world leaders, and established the Malala Fund to advocate for girls' education worldwide. The attack had changed my life forever, but it had also given me a purpose, a mission to fight for the millions of girls denied education. The journey hasn't been easy. Each step forward has been met with obstacles that seemed insurmountable at times. The rocky path symbolizes not just the physical challenges, but the emotional and mental hurdles that have tested my resolve. There were moments when the weight of it all felt too heavy to bear, and the summit seemed out of reach. There are days when the memories of that day on the bus come flooding back, bringing with them a wave of fear and pain. The bus ride that changed everything, a moment frozen in time, where innocence was shattered and a new reality set in. The reflection in the window often brings back the haunting memories, but it also serves as a reminder of how far I've come since that fateful day. But then I remember the faces of the girls I am fighting for, their smiles, their eagerness to learn, and their dreams of a brighter future. These young girls, with their boundless energy and hope, are the reason I continue to push forward. They remind me that the fight is not just for me, but for every girl who dreams of an education and a better life. Their strength gives me strength. In their eyes, I see a reflection of my own journey, and it fuels my determination to keep going. Their unity and resilience are a testament to the power of collective strength. Together we are stronger, and together we can overcome any obstacle. Their resilience fuels my determination. Watching them support each other, whether in the classroom or on the sports field, reminds me of the importance of community and solidarity. It is in these moments of togetherness that I find the courage to continue my advocacy, knowing that every small step forward is a victory for us all. Every time I speak, every time I advocate for education, I am reminded of the power of our collective voice. The rallies, the speeches, the moments of connection with others who share the same vision, these are the moments that reinforce my belief in the cause. It is not just my voice, but the voice of millions who believe in the transformative power of education. This is what I hold on to, this unwavering belief in the power of education to change the world. Education is the key that unlocks potential, the foundation upon which dreams are built. Seeing students eager to learn, raising their hands with enthusiasm, fills me with hope and reinforces my commitment to this cause. It is a belief that was born in the heart of Swat Valley and continues to guide me today. The beauty of Swat Valley, with its majestic landscapes and serene environment, serves as a constant reminder of where my journey began. It is here that my passion for education was ignited, and it is this passion that continues to light my path forward. Looking back, I am filled with a profound sense of gratitude. Gratitude for the opportunities I've been given, for the platform I have been blessed with, and for the unwavering support of people around the world. Each moment, each experience has shaped me into who I am today. Gratitude for the opportunities I have been given, for the platform I have been blessed with, and for the unwavering support of people around the world. Each moment, Each experience has shaped me into who I am today. The attack on me was meant to silence me, but it did the opposite. It amplified my voice, giving me the strength and the platform to fight for what I believe in. It was a turning point, a moment of clarity that made me realize the power of resilience and determination, and for the unwavering support of people around the world. The attack on me was meant to silence me, but it did the opposite. It amplified my voice, giving me the strength and the platform to fight for what I believe in. It was a turning point, a moment of clarity that made me realize the power of resilience and determination. The attack on me was meant to silence me, but it did the opposite. It amplified my voice, giving me the strength and the platform to fight for what I believe in. It was a turning point, a moment of clarity that made me realize the power of resilience and determination. But it did the opposite. It amplified my voice, giving me the strength and the platform to fight for what I believe in. It was a turning point, a moment of clarity that made me realize the power of resilience and determination. It amplified my voice, giving me the strength and the platform to fight for what I believe in. My proudest moment wasn't when I received an award or addressed a room full of dignitaries. It was the moment I realized that my voice mattered, that it had the power to inspire change and make the world a better place. My proudest moment wasn't when I received an award or addressed a room full of dignitaries. It was the moment I realized that my voice mattered, that it had the power to inspire change and make the world a better place. It was the moment I saw the impact of my words and actions on the lives of others. It was the moment I realized that my voice mattered, that it had the power to inspire change and make the world a better place. It was the moment I saw the impact of my words and actions on the lives of others. It was the moment I understood that every small effort counts, that every voice can make a difference, that it had the power to inspire change and make the world a better place, one girl, one book, one pen at a time. It was the moment I saw the impact of my words and actions on the lives of others. It was the moment I understood that every small effort counts, that every voice can make a difference. One girl, one book, one pen at a time. It was the moment I saw the impact of my words and actions on the lives of others. It was the moment I understood that every small effort counts, that every voice can make a difference. One pen at a time. It was the moment I saw the impact of my words and actions on the lives of others. It was the moment I understood that every small effort counts, that every voice can make a difference.